Very good morning. Today's topic is Salesforce developer. Here, in this session you know about the what is a developer, and then who is the Salesforce developer, what are the technology required for the Salesforce developer, and then some of the other information regarding the who is a Salesforce, and then like that you will know about the different information about the Salesforce developer. And then comes to the Salesforce developer, what are the required for the Salesforce developer? If the goal is to be Salesforce developer, then you should know, you must have the knowledge of, yeah, you must have knowledge of administration. Knowledge is must. Here you should have the administration knowledge, then only you will move on to the Salesforce. Without admin knowledge, you cannot do any Salesforce development task. And then the Salesforce developer must know about the MEC architecture, Visual Force pages, Apex programming, texting, and exceptions. You should require here. And then MEC architecture, model view controller architecture. For example, if you go to the Java, some Oracle, you have a MEC architecture is there. Here in the Salesforce also follow the MEC architecture, model view controller. In the model view controller, model in the sense they are defining the different objects. Those may be standard objects. That means the model is the backbone of a Salesforce, any Salesforce. And then view, that means in the view they will creating the different Visual Force pages. And then controller in the sense, in the controller you will write a Apex programming, Apex classes, Apex triggers, like that. Here that is a MEC architecture. And then Visual Force pages. Here the Visual Force pages, you are using the Visual Force pages for just like a HTML pages and then web pages. It's also a one type of Visual Force pages. And then coming to the Apex programming. Apex programming means you are writing some classes, triggers based on the Apex programming. And then texting and exception criteria. What is the testing? That means in the Salesforce, some of the work done by using text and exception cases. And then now that means you are writing the test cases, test classes also in a Salesforce. Here comes to the, this is a criteria. Here in this case you will know about the Visual Force pages. Here how to write the Visual Force pages, what are the components in a Visual Force pages, what are the tags in a Visual Force pages, and then what are the controllers, what are the different controllers you are writing in a Visual Force pages. Like that you will know about the all information in this case. And then coming to the MEC architecture. What is an MEC architecture here? Everything you develop in a Salesforce is a part of MEC architecture. That is called here model view controller. Here it's having the three different components in a MEC architecture. Model component, one is a model component, other one is a view component, like that. Appears model view controller. That means model view controller architecture. This follows the model view controller, any Salesforce programming. Here, that means the developer should know about the model. That means here you define the some of the standard objects and custom objects. In the previously in the admin section, you discussed about the what is a model, what is a model object, what is a standard objects, what are the customs objects, how can you create the standard object, like that. And then if you come to the view point of view, view in the sense here you will write a some standard pages, standard page layouts, and then Visual Force pages, and then different Visual Force components, and then lightning components, web-based lightning components. Here how can you create the web-based lightning components, like that. You will know about the some of the information regarding the view. That means view in the sense standard page. And then coming to the controller, here the controller you will define the standard controllers. Here for the standard object you are defining the some of the standard controllers. Here not only standard object, for the custom objects also you will define the some of the controllers, as well as the some of the ordinary controllers. Controller in the sense it's a just like a class. Here you are, that means you whatever may be the action, that action represented by using this particular class. That is some information about the controller. And then coming to the visible force phase, that means when the custom asset is created in a Salesforce, the visible force page is created to display the details of record. Here, what is the necessity here? The visual force page used to displaying the record of the information. Here, that is a some information in this scenario. That means object creation. That means previously we discussed about how to create the object, how to create the application, and then visual force page creation, and then controller. How can you do the controller? And then the MEC controls the behavior of any software application. Here, any software application, the behavior it controls them. Coming to the first important thing here is a model. Already in the previous admin task, all about the model. How can you design the model? Here, in the model, define the structure of a data. Here, what is the structure of a data? Architecture. That means how can you form the data? What are the way of defining the data? And then what are the objects? And then how can you define the fields for the object? How can you enter the records into the object? Like that, you discussed about the some information that's called here structure of data. That is a custom object that explains about the structure explains about the custom objects as well as the standard objects. That is a model. Model always defines the structure of a data, and then model is a model or simply call it as a database. Here model is a backbone. Here it is a just like a database. Here you cannot see the database information. It is a backbone which forms the right between a, that means it is a bridge. It is a bridge between a view and a controller. That's a thing. It is that is a information about the model. And then coming to the view, here how can you represent the view? The view you call it as a how data is represented. How data, that means which type of data. That means you are representing the data in the form of pages. If you click the one page, it automatically go to the another page. If you click the another page, that means like the different pages. If you take the any application, if you click on any application, it shows the different pages and then different links. That means in the pages consist of different links as well as the buttons as well as the some of the fields, input fields, like that. Here the visual force pages, standard pages are the view components here. The component in this case here, the pages, the page layouts also comes under this component. The page layouts, that means previously you created a different page layouts in the admin. Here those page layouts also comes under these components. And then the view is a front end, just like a front end view. Front end, that means the web the web application. The web application is called here front end application. That means you will represent a front end or web application with the help of visual force pages. Here you will develop a visual force pages and standard pages which people interact with. And then force.com. Here the force.com in the sense here you, that means it provides a platform as a service. PaaS, platform as a service. Platform as a service in the sense the user can define the different applications. Here that is a thing. That means uses a visual force pages sites and then standard UI buttons and then forms, tabs and then page views and to define the different views. That is a information about the view. Here coming to the controller. Here what is a controller in this case? The controller defines the business logic. The business logic for the business, what is the how, which type of action you have to perform. Here for example, the controller in the sense the entire class you represent as a controller, and then in that class you are performing some actions. Those actions in that class you are writing as functions, and then not only those information here, you are retrieving some kind of variables. That means you will write the variables in a class. Here, how can you retrieve the variables here? There is a standard format for the variable information. That means you will call the variable value and then store it in the standard pages. For doing that information, you have a controllers are there. Here you have a standard controllers and then custom controllers. The standard controller here. You will represent the standard controllers with the help of custom object as well as the standard objects. Both the custom objects and then standard objects, you are calling it as a standard controllers. Here, that means you are representing those information by using standard controllers, and then custom controllers are there. That means simply represented as a simply controllers. The controller in the sense simply controller we call it as a classes, and then some of the extensions are there, multiple information represented by using some extensions. Here some of the component under this category are apex classes. Here let me see, in the next sections you will discuss about the what is the apex classes, how can you define the apex classes like that, and then triggers, and then workflows, approvals, validation rules. This all comes under this controller. The controller used to perform the actions. Here, the main important thing here is a controller. That means a simple class. What is a simple class? The class consists of different functions. Just like that, the controller also having the different actions. Whenever user interact with the visual force, that is a important thing. And then that means every event performed on the page will controlled by the controller. Whatever may be the event here, whatever may be the function performed on a page, that is controlled by the this particular controller. That is a simple information about the MVC. And this MVC architecture. Here the control, that means the controller always sends some command here. Here to associated view. Here always sending some command to the view, and then to change the view presentation of the model. Like for changing the presentation of the model, sometimes the controller sends some commands, and it also sends a command to the model also. Here, what is the to update the model state? Here, it sends some commands to different things. One is it sends a commands to the views in the sense pages, visual force pages. It sends a command to the visual force pages. It also sends a commands to the model. That's a the force.com uses a workflows, Apex triggers, Apex controllers as a controller. The Apex controller also is a one type of controller here. And then you use the force.com. What is the force.com? Here, what is the Salesforce? What is the force.com? You have to know about some difference between Salesforce.com and force.com. Yeah, Salesforce.com is a cloud computing company. That means it is a software. That means it provides a SaaS, software as a service, and then it's having the CRM. Yeah, and then it is a web-based software product that run on a cloud platform. That is a simple information. SaaS, Salesforce.com. Here, Force.com is a name of the PaaS, platform as a service product. Here, that indicates the force. That means in this case, the developer can write an applications, and then you will execute the applications, and then use it to develop a cloud-based application on the website using IDE. Here, that purpose you are using the post.com. This is a some information regarding the MEC architecture. Coming to the next important one here is in the developer visual force pages. Here, what is an exactly? That means in this topic based on a visual force pages. How can you do the visual force pages here? Here, the visual force pages already you have visual force pages is a component based user interface framework. Here for the force.com platform. Here it is a component based. Here in the visual force page, each and every one is a component. Here, for example, some of the input components are there, some of the page components are there, and then some of the information regarding the different, like that. Each and every word is represented by using component. Here that is called here that is also called as a tag. It is a tag based language, and then visual forces are used to develop a user interface in programmatic approach, just like a HTML web pages. Just like HTML web pages, here in the visual force pages, you will develop this information. That means you have a different ways for the representing the visual force pages. Here I can show you the different ways. That means first you have to log into the salesforce.com. First you have to log into the Salesforce login.salesforce.com. Here it will ask the username and password. Click on username and password. The first thing you have to know about the what is a visual force pages. That means you will represent the visual force pages in a different ways. Here you have a different ways of representation. The first is by using URL. You will represent the URL, and then developer console, and then other one is a navigation. Here other one is by using Eclipse. I am telling you this information. Eclipse fourth one. Here here again the URL console. For example, if you go to the here, for example, uh, console or web pages. For example, how can you write a programs by using console? You have a developer console is there. Click on developer console, then it will opens the window. Here if you comes to the developer console, it will opens the window like this. Here you will write the your visual force pages. Here different visual, that means you will create the apex classes. You will create the apex triggers, and then here you will create the visual force pages like that. You may write any name for the visual force pages, and then you create it. That means everything. These are all called as a page components. Apex colon page, and then for example you have some other components are there. Apex colon some information. For example, axis, some other. For example, button or like that. You have a these are all everything you write here, that is called here. For example, page block. Here page block is a one type of page component. Like that, page block item, like that you have a different information you are writing, that is called here console. That means in the you are writing the some information in a console. That is a one of the representation of visual force page. Here another representation you are having. Here what is another representation? Another representation is a navigation. Here how can you the second one, the second representation in this case, the navigation. Let us assume navigation. Here how can you represent the navigation? Here go to setup, and then here you will edit whether. That means the navigation also editor. With the help of editor you will do task, and then go to create. Under create you have a that means under not create here, under develop you have a apex classes are there. Apex classes, and then apex triggers, like that you have a events, and then you have a lightning components. That means visual force pages. Click on visual force pages. Here you have a different visual force pages are there. Let's click on new. Then you will write a the name. It will ask the name of the visual force page, and then let us assume, for example, let us assume p3 p4 like that. Sorry, p is a visual force page, and then save it. Here already existed that information. For example, p6, let us assume. Okay, and then save it. It's having sorry okay, leave it. Here in this case, here you will write the visual force components here. That means automatically give the this gives a automatically information. This is a visual force page. That means if you create the page, automatically give a some certain information for the page. Here this is a, for example, apex. Under apex you will write a begin, and then write a h1 tag. That means in the visual force pages you will write the all HTML tags. You may use the all HTML tags, just like a para tag. For example, if you edit this one, You may write the para tag like that. You have a some certain information is there. For example, let us assume para, uh, write something here, some certain para, that means and the para. If you need some braces, you write a braces br, like that. You have to write all tags, all, that means different tags, for example italic tag, I tag, like that. You have a different tags also. Save it. Okay, you have some error is there, that means the paragraph. Okay, we will discuss later about the and the para. Okay, paragraph. Okay, leave it. Thing here is a you will define in this way. That means if you go to the preview, it will shows the this particular information. Here it will display the page, web page. That means this is a web page created by previously. That is called here. It is a one of the way. That means you discussed it two different ways. Here third different way here is a inline editor. That means the third one here URL. By using URL, you may create the Visual Force pages. How can you create the Visual Force pages? Here go to home, go to home. Here under the go to home, here you click on like this. In the uh, apex apex slash, for example p7, let us assume program 7, let us assume. If you click on this one, this is a URL. Based on the URL, you may create the Visual Force pages. Here it's having some Visual Force error. Here page does not exist. Here click on create page. Okay, it takes some time. Yeah, if you click on information, no error found. That is a thing. That means in this way you will create the different pages. Let us assume these pages may be error page. Yeah, if you click on this one, let us assume already one, congratulations, your new page P8. Let us assume that means you created P8 page. That means P7 already existed, I think so. Here P8 page created. Here everything that means existed here. The inline editor or URL is a best way for representing the Visual Force pages. For example, you may write here and then directly you may see what are the requirement, what are the information. For example, I don't know this one, I don't need this one. I need only this one. That's why save it. Automatically changing the pages. Here, congratulations. Here, in this way, you will write the different Visual Force pages. And then the fourth one here is a we using Eclipse here. Here for doing Eclipse here, first you have to install the Java. After that, install the that means you may install the Eclipse folder here. Here, for example, this Eclipse folder. Click on that means first you have to download the Eclipse folder. Under download the Eclipse folder, you may install the Eclipse. After installing the Eclipse, you have to do some certain things. That is a simple information regarding the Eclipse. Here comes under the Visual Force pages. I'm telling you some information regarding the Visual Force pages. Here the Visual Force pages is a tag based markup language. Here that means previously you have certain information regarding the Visual Force pages. Here we have four different ways for creating the Visual Force pages. Here what is a Visual Force? Everything done by using tags. The tags here also called it as a components. Here the Visual Force page consists of two important things, that is a tags as well as the components. Here this it is used to build the Visual Force pages, visual website, and then dynamic applications. Here, that is the thing. And then Visual Force page supports the many development technologies. Here, That means under the Visual Force page, you will write the HTML code, you will write the Flash and the Ajax, and then you will write the CSS, cascading style sheets, and then you will execute the JavaScript also, and then jQueries. Like that, you have a, that means under the Visual Force page, you will write the these are information. And not only that information, Visual Force page creating a custom object edit and detail page using the Visual Force. And then the Visual Force consists of editor panel. Here present for every Visual Force pages. Already you have a certain idea. Editor panel. What is the editor panel? Then the edit under the editor panel, I should already show you that editor panel. Here they have a editor panel is there. Here you will write anything automatically saved into the system. Here you may write a different blocks also. You may write, for example, page, for example, apex, like that. You may write anything here. You may write something that means input cases, and then output cases also. Here if you save this one, it automatically save, and then it shows the result. Here it shows the result here. For example, if you put the mm, braces, in this way you will write the Visual Force pages. Here that is a thing. That means there is a editor panel is there. Visual Force editor panel to present every Visual Force page. That means you will present the, you can override the standard Salesforce pages with the Visual Force. That means there is a possibility is there. Then standard Salesforce pages. For example, if it comes to the Salesforce.com, here these are all standard pages. Let us assume, for example, if you go to the standard application, these are all standard. For example, if we click on this one, accounts. Here, that means you may represent, you may write the pages like this. Here, that means you have a some links are there, you have a buttons are there, command buttons are there, and then you have a report here, some links. In this way, that means standard. You would override these pages also. If you click on new, that means you may write pages like this also. That means you have a three different buttons are there. There is a output field, and then these are all our output fields are labels, and then here it is called here input field. The input, you may write some code for the input field. These fields are there, and then it is a input area. Like that, you may defining the different fields like a, that means you will override the these standard Salesforce pages. You can override the standard Salesforce pages in this way. And then Visual Force is flexible with web technologies. Here, that is another important thing here. It consists of tags and controllers. Only two important things. Here, Visual Force page consists of components as well as the controllers only. Here, the components, different component, input tags, output tags, page tags, like that you have a different component. That means every tag started with apex colon, and then Visual Force uses XML like a syntax to create a front end design. Here it's having some front end design. It also uses a apex as a backend to implement the business logic. That means the controller. That means every Visual Force having a different controller for backend representation. That means for backend representation, you will write the controller, and controller performing the actions. Here the controller used to implementing the business actions. Here the for doing that thing, you will use a Apex programming. Apex also object oriented programming language. Here in this Apex programming, we will defining the classes, triggers, some constructors, like that. So many different information, and then that is a something about the Apex. And then coming to the Visual Force controllers, you have a three different controllers are there, and a custom controller, simply call it as a controller, standard controller, ordinary controller, and then extension controller. The standard controllers, Here you will define the standard objects as well as the custom object under the standard controller. Here the apex class is represented by using controller. Here you have a multiple classes or multiple classes are represented with the help of extension controller. That means multiple. Sometimes you may define the for the particular class, you may represent in the different classes. Here that is that kind of representation done by using extension. Here that is a simple information regarding the visible force pages. That is a simple information. The next important thing here is a, if you want to execute, if you want to write any visual force page related information, you have to enable the visual force developer. That means development environment. You have to enable, the first thing here is a enable the development environment. Here, how can you enable the visual force page or enable environment? For doing that one, it is a navigation. Here, for example, for enabling, you go to first you have to log into the visual force. First, you have to log into the visual. How can you log into the visual force? Before that, you have to sign up. Sign up for the visual force. Here you have to provide the username, password, and then you have to give the some details for the visual force. Then it will send him some information to the mail. Here, first thing here, you have to enable the development environment. How can you enable the development environment? For enabling development environment, you have to go to my settings. If you go to the my settings, under the my settings, there is a personal information. Click on personal information. Under the advanced user details are there. Advanced user details. Here, click on enable the development environment. Here, for example, if you name, for example, controller development. Here, the development mode is there. Previously, that means edit that one. Here, edit this one. Already I am having the development mode. Enable the development mode. For example, control F. Yeah, here is the development mode. The first thing here appears like this. You have to enable this one. Then only you will write the Visual Force pages as well as the Apex programming. That means the first thing here you have to enable the development environment and then save it. Enable the development environment and then save it. That means first thing you have to do the this information. That is a simple thing regarding the this information. Okay, thank you.